Welcome back, guys, to episode 8 of our farming series, and today we're going to start off by selling a little bit of silage. I think for the most part of today's episode we are going to concentrate on filling this bunker right up, so let's get on with it.
Okay, so just having a check at the greenhouses, plenty of water in there, some pallets of lettuces, which is what we like to see. We've got some eggs at the chickens, and they look all happy.
So we're going to start off by selling this little bit of silage that we've got. It's nice to see that the bunker's actually doing its job and letting us have our silage. It wasn't a great start to the farm by having to replace this, but I suppose it's just one of those things. I'm just glad to see that it's functioning properly now when I'm not getting stuck with this little forage wagon. But I'm not expecting to make too much money off of what's here. However, by the end of today's episode I should imagine this will be fairly stocked up, so we should have a fair bit of money coming in soon, which is perfect because we need a way that we can buy a new field, or maybe some more animals, but I still think we're probably a long way off yet from doing anything like that. But you can only dream of these things, and I don't think it's been too bad so far. It just seems like we've been selling a lot but not getting a huge return. One thing's for sure, I'm never going to be cutting down trees again unless we're going into carpentry. So let's go and get this sold then.
Right, so now I'm going to grab the trailer because I'm going to give you all a laugh and try and load the pallets that we've got ready onto here. So I'm going to tow this over to the greenhouses and the chickens if I eventually get going. You'll soon realise in a minute that I am not in any way good at operating these forks, and it'll be interesting to see if any of the pallets actually end up on the trailer. To be honest, it might be a case of me giving up and calling Jack in, but let's see. I mean, it might take me 3 years just to line up for a start, so we'll go and grab these lettuces first.
Right, let's see what we get for this then. I've not got high hopes for the megabucks yet, but we've still got a long way to go yet in terms of filling that silage bunker up. So that's a little over £3,000. Not too bad considering that was the tiniest amount of silage ever.
Okay, so we've got the pallets on the trailer now. I mean, one of them's hanging on for dear life, but thankfully the strap's holding it there. Otherwise that would be rolling around somewhere. I'm just going to bring this over to the hives now, and we can get the pallet of honey loaded. I don't think it's quite a full pallet yet, but we'll have a look and see, and we'll get it on there anyway.
Along the way I have collected up a bit of grass, and I'm going to start filling this bunker up. I think after this we're going to let a few days or months go by, whatever you want to call it, so our harvest is ready. But the good thing about that is the grass would have grown as well, so whatever you can see that's left on the field will just be amalgamated to the new bit of grass that we actually end up getting. So that's more for the bunker. Time has passed and I'm going to go down to the shop now and collect a mower, because without that I think we're going to struggle to cut the grass. So I don't know whether I'm going to go for a double one this time. I might just go for a single. I think Jodie used that one last time and it actually done a pretty good job. if I'm not mistaken.
And I'm back to my usual job of harvesting. So we're just harvesting the wheat again. Obviously the chickens need it as much as possible so we can get those eggs produced. Not quite sure what else is planned for the day really. I mean, there's lots to do and we still need to get lots of money in. Obviously main priority is to keep the greenhouses going and the chickens, and I know Jack's focusing on the silage still, so that's a bit of a money maker.
We have our mower, so we just need to get back to the farm now. Looks like a good day to cut the grass, to be honest. So this shouldn't take us too long. It hasn't done as of yet, and I think with the grass that we've already got down that we never actually picked up, there was actually quite a bit, so it should fill the bunker right up, which I'm actually pretty happy about.
I'm sure you guys would probably think there's something wrong if I'm not harvesting, but there we go. Here I am, still going. Obviously, we're still doing wheat on this field. I would love to be doing something else, but it's just not going to happen at the moment with trying to keep the chickens fed. And we are sort of thinking about the future, obviously, and potentially maybe another field with growing something else that we can probably sell and make a bit of money. Who knows at the moment.
Making some good progress here. I've probably done it in the most unconventional way ever by going round in circles, so I do apologise if you're getting dizzy watching this.
Oh, back it up. I'm full. Nearly went ahead of myself then. I'm going to have to go and get the tractor and the trailer so that we can get this emptied. So the trailer's over by the chickens, obviously, because we're just using that to store the wheat at the moment, whilst we don't have any silo or anything for it. So every time I have to go and get that. I mean, there's not a lot of space in this at the moment, so I'm thinking the best option might be to go and sell this and just fill it up again for the chickens. So here I am, arrived at the farm shop. Let's drive on to the point here and we can get this sold. Not really expecting to get a lot of money from this, but we'll see. So we're going up. Let's have a look and see what we can get to. Okay, that surprised me a little bit. That is a lot more than I thought we were going to get. Nice. Maybe wheat's worth it after all. I mean, there was quite a lot in the trailer, so that was probably a few harvests of the field, but anyway, a bit of extra money.
It's definitely a lot easier without them tree stumps. If I can remember rightly, it took me a very long time. Though, having said that, I was using a double spread mower, so that could have been half the problem. But I should imagine when it comes to collecting this especially, dragging that forage wagon round here should collect it up a lot quicker, in theory. But as we've learnt as this series has gone on, nothing's gone smoothly as of yet.
Okay, so I'm back at the farm now. Just going to empty the harvester into the trailer and then we can get going again. I mean, after seeing how much money we made, I wouldn't mind selling this wheat.
It's nice to see that Jodie's made good progress on the harvest. Our chickens are getting fed pretty well. Maybe a little bit too well. But I suppose that's the plus side of not having too many chickens. They're not that high maintenance at the moment. I just wish we could earn a bit more money from the pallets of eggs. They're not building up that fast at the moment, but like I said, we have only got about 30 chickens, if that. And to get a bigger chicken pen or coop, we're going to need a bigger field for a lot more wheat, I think.
So there we have it, the field is harvested. Now I'm just going to empty this into the trailer so that then we can go and take that back over to the chickens, feed them and keep them all happy so that they'll keep producing our lovely eggs for us.
Making good progress collecting this grass up. Still got a long way to go, and I probably shouldn't have gone round in circles because I'm making myself a bit dizzy now. Oh God. There's something actually really therapeutic about collecting all this grass up. Must say it's been one of my favourite jobs so far on the farm. I think seeding can get a bit tedious. I don't mind doing a bit of cultivating. I expect Jodie will want me to pull my weight a bit, especially with helping out with the harvest. It seems like I'm stealing all the good jobs. So whilst I get this done, you should probably see how she's getting on.
Okay, so I've been to get some water from the river or lake, whatever you like to call it. So we can take this back now and get the greenhouses filled up again. I mean, they're not getting through that much water, but it makes sense to keep them topped up so we don't run out, because the lettuces are obviously one of our main producers at the moment. This tractor seems to be struggling a little bit uphill. I mean, it's dragging quite a big tanker behind it. It's a good tractor, but it does struggle going up the hill, I must admit, but never mind.
Okay, so this is taking a bit longer than I would have liked, so we're probably going to have to go into a bit of a time lapse now. So there we go then, Jodie's kindly compacting this for us and we can cover it up. It doesn't actually look like a lot, but I'm sure there is a fair bit there. We could have been a little bit tidier because it's spilling out a bit there, but overall I think we're both delighted with that. So now all we've got to do is wait. Until then, see ya!